Hey everyone, it's Riley 1940 here. Today we're taking a look at Sea Power Naval Combat in the Missile Age, and this is going to be action at Incheon. Basically, we've been tasked, after the raid on Wonsan, the North Koreans have not backed down, and they're continuing to threaten civilian merchant traffic, so we're going to have to protect them from fast attack craft. It looks like there'll be submarines we might have to contend with, and possible air attacks. Of course, with all the merchant shipping that's in the AO, we'll have to maintain positive ID on things before we fire at them. So let's get started. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a Nox class here. What else do we got? Alright, merchant, and one of these South Korean destroyers. Okay, there's a lot of radar contacts, my goodness. Yikes. Okay. Double check everybody's sensor stuff. Well, we can go ahead and just go active. Wow, we really don't have a lot of units to work with. Goodness. Let's get our... Oh, let's take a look and see what the layer's at. No layer. Okay, so we'll do... Let's put it in the layer. Oh, we're actually, it says the bottom should be deeper than 200 feet. Huh. Yeah, in real life it's possible. We call it, you can short stay these things, so any towed array, you're not limited by the bottom, you're limited by how much risk you want to take with it. Surely, you know, where the towed array sits is based on how much cable you've paid out and then how fast you're going. So if you have a long cable, just by itself with no influence from your speed, it's going to sag, right? So if you go faster, you kind of pull it up, and depending on how much you paid out, that's how much. There's like a chart to tell you basically how far it moves up or down, and so you can, when it's really shallow like this, you can put out just a little bit of cable, and if you're going fast, you're basically going to keep it really close to the surface, so you can still use it in shallow waters. Of course, the danger is if we go dead in the water because the engines break or whatever, then of course that's going to just dip down and touch the bottom and get snagged or whatever. And also, yeah, you really risk fouling your props if the currents kind of push you backwards and the tow cable comes this way, comes down around the rudder and gets into the props, and that's a bad day. Well, that said, it looks like we can just go active, then I guess we can't use our VDS until we get into deeper waters. We're pretty close to it. It says 191 right now under the keel. Now we just have to... Okay, 42 knots. I'm going to say those guys are bad guys. These guys are bad guys. This guy's going 10 knots. Let's request they identify themselves. Nope. Okay, what's our distance to them? I really want to get my helicopter up, but we're gonna, if we were at flight quarters right now and we're expecting some trouble, it might not be a good idea if these guys are closing really quickly. Alright. Let's see if I could see these guys. Alright, so they're going to be kind of off. There they are. Yeah, those are gunboats. Yep, those are gunboats right there as well. Okay. We know what we have to do. I'm going to have us slow down a little bit. Okay, go to 1/3, and then so that'll just give us some time to engage these hostiles. And then we're gonna have to get the other destroyer, the South Korean vessel, to open fire and speed up kind of in front of us and open fire. Okay, so we'll take control of him. Actually, we'll tell him to. We'll just take direct control of him, go flank speed. Alright, that's awesome. You can see the Nox class opening fire over there. Pretty cool. And then we'll tell him, start engaging these guys. Alright. That gunboat is dead already. Got a lot of good hits on it. That one's swinging as well. We'll prioritize getting these moving ones, right? So we got this South Korean vessel is going to destroy this guy over here, and then hopefully the Nox can take out the other two that's closing. I really like these missions because there's a lot of like gun action in them, and I really enjoy that with these ships. Especially because, you know, this era, even though we call it the missile age, there was still a lot of real use cases for the gun. I mean, even in modern times, they still build ships with 5-inch guns for a reason, right? And the majority of it is to kill these small attack craft and also provide support ashore. Alright, we really need to kill this thing. Kill it. That thing's getting pretty close there. Oh, he's going to have a bad day because he's about to get a broadside at close range. Look at that. Oh, 2 5-inch hits. Oh, that was beautiful. Okay. We'll take direct control off, and then we'll go ahead and kill this guy who's moving pretty quickly. Yeah, there's a lot of crisscrossing gunfire here right now. Ooh. Just waiting for the explosion. I love this particular destroyer because it's got 6 5-inch guns on it, which is amazing. Alright, okay, so all the boats are on fire. That was a good hit there. It's probably sinking now because they've stopped firing at it. Okay, now we can go ahead and finish off these contacts. I can't tell. Alright, I've got direct control of this guy. We'll have to swing him around here. So Holt is shooting at 717, so that's the forward one. The one closest to us, so we'll take this guy to go shoot at that guy. Further aft there. Oh no, we've got... This is a hostile aircraft, isn't it? 463 knots. Oh, it fell off the radar. Weapons free once that pops up. Alright, cool. Yeah, so there's going to be, I think, some jets that are going to pop up on this guy's port side somewhere. They might be masked by terrain flying really low. Well, no, they kind of faded over there in the open ocean, so... Yeah, whatever's coming our way, it's not going to be good. That other boat is on fire, track 7017. Okay, alright, all these boats are dead now. We can tell this guy to fall back into formation. Return to formation, and we can speed on up again. Flank speed. Oh, say flank speed, but I don't think, yeah. I think we'll be limited by the max speed of these guys. Alright, okay, our depth is still 195. I'm very concerned about... Alright, we got multiple radar contacts here. These are going 42 knots. 7 knots there. I'm concerned about the jet traffic that we don't have at the moment. It's not very good. These guys will request to identify. They're not going to listen. I'm going to go ahead and designate those as hostile. Based off the previous attacks there, their speed profile that they've got, and they're closing us, not responding to our hails. I know for a fact the fishermen around here are not cruising in formation at 42 knots. Okay, how far out are they? They are 7 nautical miles, 7, almost 8 nautical miles. So take the further one, and then you take the closer one. And we have to really be careful. Oh, look at this. That's really neat. I wonder if I can get a cool shot of oh, that's neat. You can see the destroyer, the South Korean destroyer opening fire. Oh, that's a really nice visual. Look at that. Love seeing the nav lights on these guys. Alright, I gotta be careful admiring the visuals too much and then getting getting jumped by some North Korean fighter jets. Oh, is that another pop-up one? Yeah, okay, that's another hostile. Don't really need that. Okay, those guys are dead in the water. Let's shift our fire here. Go after this one. Alright. So far, this is not as crazy as the raid on Wonsan, which, if you've seen that one, that was us basically starting this scenario, and I think within a couple minutes there's just missile attack after missile attack and aircraft attack. It's pretty crazy. So this seems to be a little bit better. No, we don't have to do that. We can just do formation, return formation. How's it looking? Whoa, this is pretty crazy. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see, but there's really faint plumes of smoke over there, so there's 3 of them. It looks like these guys are all dead in the water now, so we can just keep progressing forward. Once this engagement's done, it might be time to get the helicopter up, but now that I say that, we do have to be concerned about the helicopter's safety, getting out in front of us, because we did see momentarily some low altitude jets there. Okay, let's just do a pass on everything. Let's see what we got. Yeah, in the Nox class frigate, you can see there the Sea Sparrow. That's not like an area defense weapon for other, to give coverage for other things. It basically is point defense, so it's only protecting itself. It can protect others if they're really close to it, but the range on this thing, what is this, the F is only 10 nautical miles, so not even that great. The Mike, it's a better one, but it's only 15 nautical miles, and there's only 8 missiles, so once you are out, it takes like 20 or 30 minutes, so you really don't want to depend on that. Okay, we got those low flyers. They're not going too fast, but they are in formation with each other. They are turning in. Okay, we'll call them hostile. Yeah, they're coming in real fast. Let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness, we missed. See what we got here. Okay, that was good. MiG 17. Look. Oh, I was like, it looked like there's two and there's one over there. We just don't have them on radar. I see them flying around over there. Crap. Alright, yeah, I definitely can't get my helicopter up to get eyes further out. I can see him. Let's see if we can get the camera on him. There he is. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, he's got his afterburner on. Oh, we got some missiles coming in too. This is not great. There's really not much we can do here. Unfortunately. Okay, that's good. I think there's... Okay, here we go. There's one coming in. Okay, great. Wow. That was dangerous. And I don't know if we took a look at our weapons afterwards. Yeah, we're out. So 30 minutes. Yep, there it is right there. 30 minutes of reload. We really can't take another attack like that. So, possible missile boat around here. This guy's going 20 knots. So, we might have triggered them when we asked to get the ID on them. Alright, it's okay. We'll make sure everybody's getting back in formation now. Cool. I really love the detail in the seeing the reflection of the moon. That's really nice. Okay. Doing a quick visual scan back here to see if that MiG is still around, and I don't see the MiG, so we might be able... Oh, I see the MiG. Never mind. He's going this way. He's right here. He's tracking this way. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to use our helicopter, so until we get that guy shot down, and if we are gonna shoot him down, we're not doing it with this for the next 30 minutes. Okay, well, let's see what happens. We are, however, in deeper water, so we can go ahead and put out our VDS, deploy it. There's no layer, so that's good. Call that hostile. We're basically having to do this with 5-inch guns, which isn't great. Oh, that's cutting it close, isn't it? Yeah, if this ship takes a hit from that off the bow, oh man, that's gonna crack her in half. Yeah, I don't know if we'll do this a little bit, but I don't want to waste too much 5-inch ammo if we're going to have to fight our way all the way up north here to Incheon. Okay, where did she go? She should be off the beam. Yeah, alright. Ceasefire. Yeah, save all that 5-inch. It's not worth it. Keeps getting close though. Alright, he's just kind of doing a loop there, so that's good, I guess. Let's go ahead and delete this. We don't need that ring. And probably have to slow down to 1/3 just because the speed isn't that great. This is a tough one here. I don't want to. Thinking about, should I put my my destroyer back aft here and kind of at least, you know, he doesn't really have much in terms of air defense or anything like that, but just kind of cover them at least with the 5-inch guns. But the Holt here only has one 5-inch gun instead of 6. So if we come up against some fast attack craft coming at us really rapidly. Oh, what's happening? Oh, that jet. Jeez. Yeah, no Rim 7s yet. We're 1 minute 45 seconds away from that. Darn. Oh, this guy is just doing a lot of damage. Oh! Oh, come on. 1 minute 25 seconds. Stay strong. This guy is being a pain in the butt. Oh, he has bombs on him too. Crap. Whoa, that looks awesome. I'm just waiting for this box launcher to come alive and take him out. I just hope the fire doesn't spread to the point where he can't fire at us. He can't fire at this, sorry. Yeah, that's just really difficult to get 5-inch on this thing. Come on, Sea Sparrow, come alive, come alive! Oh man. How's this going? 22 seconds, come on! Or maybe he's gonna get one more attacking and that's it. Wow, this thing is really going super fast. Okay, I think the Sea Sparrow's gonna come alive once this guy passes, gets his final gun running. Once the min range opens up. Wouldn't it be sweet to just get a really lucky 5-inch hit? Come on, this guy's just going way too fast for that. Damn. Yeah, he's just staying really in close, so looks like that thing's having a hard time. Oh, he didn't shoot that time. Well, those rounds seem to be getting close. Nice. Okay, what's going on? Why aren't you using... Oh, there are no reloads for this. What? No ammo. Crap. Oh, finally got a good lucky hit. Jeez. Okay, well that took a lot of ammo. Zoom course. Alright. Sensors. Okay, well let's look at the damage control. Just slight damage, no flooding, that's good. sensors, formation. Alright. We're gonna have to just creep along, I guess, at 5 knots. The, if you go faster than 1/3, it could be pretty hard to detect submarines. In fact, now that that thing's down, we can get our helicopter up at least. We'll use ASW. Man, look at that. Oh, these guys must have been scared. Look at all those rounds exploding right underneath them. Oh, that's a cool Desron logo. Wow, this thing, jeez, that was really neat though, seeing all the strafing attacks. And like I said before in some other videos, seeing the damage correspond to where you see the rounds landing in the game is really neat, that it's that realistic. Okay, we got an active return 12 miles out. That's fantastic ranges, my goodness. We're gonna go ahead and mark this. Okay, and then we'll go ahead, now that we get that marked, just in case. It's kind of like our initial spot. This mark should be good enough. Okay, and then we'll pull this guy out this way. Alright. Just make sure we zoom out and we're not missing anything else. Okay, and then we want to see the information on this. Alright, so the Holt is detecting that. I can't tell if the Holt's detecting that off the VDS or if it's the hull mounted, but it doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and get in front of it. So this is 5.5 nautical miles. I think yeah, we need to be careful here, actually. With the sonobuoys, typically I use like 5 nautical mile spacing. So I'm keeping this kind of swinging around as he turns. He looks like he's maneuvering in like a port side turn to kind of come this direction. So 5 nautical miles is what I usually do for my spacing for sonobuoys, but we'll get it kind of close to him and see if we can detect it, and then we can get some information off of him. Now we need to check up the double check the range on that submarine torpedo. It's probably gonna be a Romeo or a Foxtrot, I'm guessing. And 5365 is 10.3. Okay. Pull out 10.3. This is the range that we gotta try to stay out of. We don't want to get within that. Yeah, you can see him continuing to turn to port. Okay. As long as we stay out of that, we're good. You know, we're getting into really tight waterways, so I am going to have to adjust the formation here. And we'll use relative positions. We're going to have to get everybody kind of in a tight line formation, just because we're going to go through some small passageways between these islands. Alright, let's speed this up to get to the point where we're dropping our sonobuoy here. And hopefully we're just going to get a really good hit on information here. This guy, 7 knots, what is he? Okay, that's a civilian ship. Neutral. Alright. Hostile. Okay, the buoy is picking him up. Let's see how this develops. Alright, we'll start to position him kind of going aft, and hopefully if we get enough information on what he is, we'll shoot him. Well, you know, actually, it doesn't really matter if we know what he is or not at the moment, because we do know he's hostile, so it's good enough for me to fire at him. Kind of just looking around right now to make sure that there's no missile boats or something like that that might have a SAM or some sort of anti-aircraft artillery that'll shoot at me. Do have to worry about this guy, so we'll point him. Okay, and I can see there that he's got some lights on him, so that is, what is that? Some sort of like fishing trawler, I think. So the white light is the stern light, and we'll call that neutral. And then we'll come up this guy's aft side. Alright, this is working out. I was really skeptical there when the air attacks started to happen and the missile attacks are happening. Unfortunately, we don't have any air defense missiles anymore, so that sucks. Really are in danger if we get under another air attack from missiles or jets. That was phenomenal active ranges. I gotta say, like that. I think we had the initial detection around 12 point something nautical miles. That's pretty far out for hull mounted sonar on the, or it could have been the VDS on the Nox. That's pretty good ranges. And with that, we want to make sure we kind of memorize that or remember it for the scenario, because then that kind of helps you if you lose contact, or even when you're just searching around, you can kind of expect to get contact at those ranges. I'm curious now that we've got this going on, if we just speed him up to 2/3, and we'll see if that active contact from him fades away. We might miss it though, because I think this torpedo is going to get lucky. It seems to be going, yeah, it is a Romeo. So yeah, I thought it was either going to be a Romeo or a Foxtrot. Where is he? Oh, is that the shape of the sub? Yes, it is. Nice. This never gets old for me, I tell you. I love the visuals in the game. I love the way the things move in this game too. Like that sub moving that slow just looks really believable, and the bubbles coming from it, and of course the beautiful torpedo hitting right astern, right in his propulsion. Devastating hit. See what happens. See if he flounders and just sinks really quickly. We're not going to follow that up with a reattack, because at one hit from a 46 against a small submarine like a Romeo or a Foxtrot, it's over. It's just a matter of time. Okay, what's this guy? 7 knots. Alright, while that's going on, we might as well venture out ahead a little bit. I think we got some missile boat hits, or missile boats firing at us kind of somewhere from here. Maybe that guy is one of them, but we'll see if we can get some other radar contacts and pick that up. Okay, we got a lot of merchants out there. Okay, some of these guys aren't talking to us and some are. Alright, and then we'll see what this guy is. Does not respond. You know what? This just might be that missile boat. Okay, he's coming to the surface now. That's just so cool, just seeing the ship lights at night in this game. I think I said it before in other videos, I hope the mission designers can... Oh, there he goes, he sunk. Mission designers can have it so that enemy ships can have their lights on, kind of be deceptive about it. Because what I'm going to do here is I'll show you. It's a way that you can IFF ships really quickly. You know, we're pointing it, right? So if I just look off my nose, Okay. So if I look right off my nose, because my waypoint's going through the guy, you can see right there there's a white light. So that is going to be a merchant ship. Some sort of, what is that, like a fishing boat or something? Yeah, so something like that. I can just call them neutral. So if this was, if it was made so that the enemy boats can have their nav lights on, it would be a little bit harder for me to, I'd have to get closer to kind of make sure I can see what that thing is. Alright. Okay, so we'll speed this up. Hopefully that was just one sub. Well, actually we got some sonobuoys, so we'll go ahead and put out our insurance policy here. So we'll put one there, and then basically one up here should be good. Actually, one out here. Yeah, what I wanted is some coverage in here, and then some coverage... Oh, I didn't mean to do two right there. And then some coverage in here in case there was a sub sitting in here. And then we'll do another one up closer to there, but I don't think there's going to be one if these guys aren't detecting anything. Okay, let's... we'll check our flanks here. We'll drop another... Drop two. Yeah, this is pretty tight maneuvering here. Alright. Yeah, put them out here because I don't want to have any subs have snuck up on us and we just didn't realize it. So, if those guys stay clear, then we're all good to go. Screenshot of this stuff. Man, these ship models just look great. There's really no other game like it. Yeah, just see the damage that she took trying to defend these boats here. It's the life of an escort. Okay, yeah, go back to your resume course, please. Thank you. Got all our pretty shots. I think we got it in the bag. I mean, I haven't... something can certainly pop up and attack us, but right now it looks like we're good. Got some merchant vessels out here that are not related to us. Just need to make sure that we don't collide. You know what? Let's see here. I might as well keep the formation as is. I was thinking we could open the formation up a little bit, but yeah, they're struggling already. I'm probably not helping it going so fast, but I don't want this to take forever. Okay, how about we just take this guy to go around here, take this guy to go here, take this guy to go there, and then I'll just go there. Yeah, we'll break them all up so they get there faster. That basically. It could get, in real life, pretty hectic in and out by ports, so, you know, if you got navigation channels and things like that. And, man, I remember going through, I've gone through the Suez Canal a couple times, up and down a few ways. And when they're doing the traffic, it's like northbound or southbound at a time. They can't fit both traffic schemes going at the same time. And when you're sitting out in front of the opening of the canal, it's pretty crazy. And I remember seeing the junior officers up on the bridge get really nervous because you're just kind of sitting in an open area like this, and the light's really low. I think one of the mornings I remember it was like 5 in the morning or something, and we're waiting for the northbound traffic to come through, and it's low light, and there's all these ships that are stacked up ready to go, and these other vessels are coming out, speeding up because they're getting into open waters and stuff, and they're just coming right at you, and you just gotta sit there and take it. Yeah, and that coincidentally was where I think the Truman got in that collision with that merchant vessel. Same kind of thing, but I think they might have done their northern. I can't remember if they were going north or they just got done with their northern transit and then they collided with the merchant. But anyways, it looks like we have successfully reached the port, and we are done. All right. Well, heck, that was short and sweet. That was a great small surface action mission, and I really enjoy it. I like this set of missions so far from Minf. I love the geography of where we're at, because it's like a really plausible zone of conflict, and it's different from the normal scenarios out in the open Pacific Ocean, and also very different from all the missions up in the North Atlantic. So this is really cool. I really enjoy this, and we're not using like super high-tech weapons, right? We're just basically got through this with guns because our 8 Sparrow missiles didn't do much. They shot down a couple missiles and one plane, and basically we had to use the 5-inch of all things to kill the other plane that was gunning us, which was really cool. It was really neat to see that happen. I'm surprised they didn't use their bombs, but I am glad they didn't, because this mission, I don't know if we could have won this mission if this guy took some bomb hits that sank it, because the helicopter was absolutely vital in killing that submarine. If this frigate had died, we would have had to use the South Korean destroyer, which doesn't have an air unit, just has an active hull-mounted sonar, and perhaps we would have picked it up on active hull-mounted sonar, but we would have to do kind of like that knife fight in a phone booth I've said in other videos, where you got to close the contact, and both of you guys are within firing range, so it's really, really dangerous. You don't want to use your over-the-side torpedo deliberately like that if you can avoid it, because that means you're well within the range of the submarine's torpedoes, and that's not a good thing. Okay, so yeah, if you have any comments or questions, I'll leave this down in the description so you can play it, and then yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.